Morning, I would request Deepak sir to please come and sum up the entire jury presentations. Sir.
Today very grateful, very thankful that the people who are shaping our India, they are here and they are giving one of their best presentation. Who will win? I don't know. Now our jury people have concluded something, but today somebody will win. I will say it's not a, today is important, but tomorrow somebody else can win. So today the chapter will be over and somebody has performed well, presented well, done well, covering all areas, covering new innovations and education, school education is really totally transformed. If we will think about our days or yesterday, there was simply a education, but today the overall development of the child. And interior school education and
now we have the great fortune of having with us the chief guest of this historic assembly, Shri Salman Khurshid ji, who is a well-known educationist, social reformer and political thinker. He is a befitting heir to a great legacy of national service bequeathed by Dr. Zakir Hussain, his grandfather and the late President of India, and his father, Mr. Khurshid Alam Khan, former Governor of Karnataka. A product of DPS, St. Stephen's and Oxford, he is an eminent lawyer of the Supreme Court of India and an orator par excellence. He is also a prolific author and some of his eminent publications include At Home in India, If Winter Comes, Beyond Terrorism. As president of the DPS Society, he has provided dynamic leadership and vision, encouraging the society to emerge as a powerful agency for national educational growth with a transcontinental identity.
the education is, schooling is the future of this nation and really it is transformed in a great extent. Thank you very much. Thank you all and congratulations all who will be very soon will be the winner of today's presentations. Thank you.
It is said that all is well that ends well, and we couldn't have ended better than having Mr. Salman Khurshid with us this evening. It's an award for all of us. Thank you so much for being with us. One has seen Mr. Khurshid grow. 1982, when he came to 1972 as the head boy of DPS Mathura Road, when he came to DPS Arcade Puram to be present at laying the foundation, not the foundation, I mean, they were just going to do the puja and start the digging of the place. He was there. Am I right, sir? 1972? Were you the head boy then?
Possibly later, 69.
Oh, I thought you were much younger. Anyway, he was always very, what should I say, out of the box person. If I have your permission to relate something about you, sir, can I?
Sure.
One of the, you have the celebration of the Teachers' Day, and he was the head boy then, and he acted as the principal for the day. I believe he even did 2 admissions. Or was it 2 or 3, I don't know, but it is so true. So it's not surprising that we have him here when he has already been a principal at the age of maybe 16 plus. Today has been a very interesting day, sir. We had one of the most interesting, days when the principals themselves were presenting their schools in different areas like STEM and value education, as well as creating the future citizens of the world. And when they spoke, one immediately felt, realized, introspected that the big role these heroes and heroines are playing in actually mapping the future of the nation, the universe. Each one of them was excellent, and it was impossible to decide who should be the winner. So instead of 3 winners, there are 9 winners. In every category, there are 3 winners. But I think it's unfair on the part of the jury even to say that, because each one is a winner. You're not only winners yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, you're winners because you've created children and will continue to make them winners all their lives. So you've really shaped hundreds and thousands of lives. But above all, I have with me the organizer of this function, Surabhi, an ex-student again of Delhi Public School, R.K. Puram, and her husband Raghav Mittal. They have really created history with this kind of, award ceremony, because he is an entrepreneur in his own word. He's created this engineering watch, which is an excellent monthly to read. I enjoyed it reading even when I'm not an engineer. I think that's what life is all about, that you don't have to create engineers and doctors and lawyers and chartered accountants, even if you are just a principal, right? Because we always feel that it's so very, very specific to the job you do, so the one who guides you should also be such a great expert. India is in a very, very interesting era, and I'm sure the kind of kids that you are upbringing, who will be holding the reins of tomorrow, are so outstanding, not because they themselves are what they are at, it is because the great principals who are sitting here. And thank you, Raghav, for such a great congregation here. It was absolutely fantastic. I learned so much in these 4 hours that I hadn't learned in 40 years. Not 40 years of my age, but 40 years of my experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words.
So why are you looking so tense?
I would like to be remembered as having brought India into the 21st century, parallel with the most advanced countries in the world, out of the branding of India as a developing country to the status of the developed nation. The late Prime Minister, Sri Rajiv Gandhi, once said this and stood by the same throughout. This visionary commitment, which he made to himself, has probably led India to emerge in the Committee of Nations. Today, when we are about to felicitate the 100 best schools across the country on their value centricity, excellence in STEM education, and future readiness, I would request you all to stand up to pay.
First of all, I would like to congratulate the Engineering Watch and the main two strong foundation, Mr. Raghav Mittal and I think Mr. Ravi Pukharna, for thinking of holding the school summit. I think they've tried to build the thread which starts from early schooling and goes to the college education. And the quality of college education and the true results of the college education can be truly achieved only when their foundation is strong. Because I belong to the college teaching, and I can see that when the students enter after 12th, then the foundation is already done. The higher teaching is actually again something specialization, etc., or professional training upon the basic foundation. And that basic foundation holds great significance. I can realize it after having 2 children, grown up, and when they grow out in the field, that they need the very strong value system, not only the degrees, not only the higher percentage. Of course, in the competitive world, the value of higher percentage is extreme, but that alone is not sufficient. And I think that is a very big challenge before us, that we present a society, that we leave a generation which has a very strong value system also. which is really being threatened in the present times. So I think holding this school summit and trying to find out that what best schools are doing, I think is a very, very good step. And I think all the best for all. And I must congratulate all the schools who are doing so well. Thank you so much.
I would like to congratulate Mr. Arun and Dean Watt, Mr. Pokhara, for organizing such an important function. Today we are able to deliver world-class technologies, weapon systems. The one major contribution comes from the schools, where the scientists, their foundations are laid, not just in the engineering, technology and their higher education, but the fundamentals of education, the value centricity. Now. So I would say that this is very, very important occasion, and I wish you all the best. I will look for the specific contributions in each of the three categories each school has made. Thank you.
A very good morning to all of you. Well, my invitation here has been a very big honor, of course, but also an extremely big surprise. Because I am probably not from that domain of education that people look at. There have been some good words spoken about me in my introduction, and probably I have to live up to those expectations now. I'll stay focused. I believe we were supposed to communicate what we expect in the presentations. I have been a student all my life, and I prefer to die as a student only, as a teacher. I have school-going children, so my mental paradigm will be of a parent as well. Personally, I look at what is the unique contribution to somebody, to something, to what the institution has done, even if it is very small, but it needs to be unique. So in the presentations, I look only for what is specifically done on your own rather than from support outside. Thank you very much.